10 Best Screenwriting Debuts of All Time, from Juno to Reservoir Dogs. It's not that common to come across an outstanding directing debut, but to come across an outstanding debut feature screenplay is even more of a preciously rare occurrence, one reserved for writers who go down in history as some of the best. Legendary writers like Aaron Sorkin and Quentin Tarantino are the ones who shocked the world with their storytelling talents. Great debut screenplays tend to be bold, energetic, and risk-taking, and if they're any indication of what the author's career will be like in the future, they can be incredibly exciting. Number 10. Alex Garland, 28 Days Later. Famous British director Danny Boyle loves collaborating with great screenwriters like John Hodge. But in 2002, his chilling horror sci-fi drama 28 Days Later was penned by a newcomer, the same Alex Garland who would go on to direct cult classics like Ex Machina and Annihilation. Garland has proved to have a fascinating voice as a writer, and that voice definitely shone through in 28 Days Later. The characters are fleshed out, the premise is genius, and the structure of the story suits it perfectly. Number 9. Diablo Cody Juno. Jason Reitman's Juno is praised as one of the greatest indie movies of the 2000s, and for good reason. Equal parts funny and heartwarming, it's the kind of movie that pretty much anyone can relate to and enjoy. The whole movie is terrific, with lively directing and memorable performances, particularly those from Elliot Page and Michael Cera, but the standout element is definitely the writing. The witty dialogue and well-thought-out characters are great, and the nuanced way in which Diablo Cody approaches the complex themes is astonishingly mindful and loving. Number 8. Callie Corey, Thelma and Louise. A vibrant reimagining of the buddy film, Thelma and Louise is one of Ridley Scott's most fun and distinct films. It's the story of two fugitive friends on the run, who discover the strength of their bond throughout their journey. The terrific Callie Corey, who won a much-deserved Oscar for her efforts on this film, lends the narrative a female gaze tone that benefits it greatly. The two lead characters are delightful, their road trip is riveting, the feministic themes are beautiful, and the ending is probably one of the best in 90s cinema. Number 7. Michael Arndt, Little Miss Sunshine. Michael Arndt's screenwriting career has been quite an interesting roller coaster so far, and it had an incredibly thrilling beginning with Little Miss Sunshine, about a quirky family traveling through California to a beauty pageant. Arndt manages to create an amazing ensemble of equally fascinating characters. The world of Little Miss Sunshine feels colorful and lived in thanks to the terrifically written family, their dynamics and idiosyncrasies, their conflicts and their pain. The dialogue is clever, the jokes are hilarious, and the whole thing feels gorgeously genuine. Number 6. Tarell Alvin McCraney, Moonlight. A24, the widely adored indie movie studio, has produced quite a few phenomenal coming-of-age films, and the Oscar-winning Moonlight is undoubtedly one of the best. Divided into 3 chapters of a young man's tumultuous life, it's the kind of emotionally stirring movie that leaves no heart untouched. The script was co-written by director Barry Jenkins and newcomer Tarell Alvin McCraney. Together, they created a romantic and profoundly moving story about masculinity, blackness, and homosexuality in the modern world. Number 5. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, Good Will Hunting. Acting was the thing that made them household names, but it's worth remembering that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are also excellent writers who won their first Oscar for authoring the script of Good Will Hunting. What's not to love about this life-affirming movie? It has a great cast, endearing characters, an interesting story, and iconic dialogue. Damon and Affleck's Oscar was well-deserved, since their first screenplay is one full of life, important things to say, and valuable lessons to share. Number 4. Aaron Sorkin, A Few Good Men. Aaron Sorkin has done it all, from theater to television. His big break in the movies was adapting his own Broadway play A Few Good Men to the big screen. It's an engaging courtroom drama about a cocky military lawyer played by Tom Cruise, who's assigned to a murder case that might implicate high-ranking shady officials. In this engrossing drama, you can already see the things that would make Sorkin such a well-respected authority in his field: perfectly composed dialogue, brilliantly structured storylines, and memorable characters. Number 3. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. Countless superlatives can be applied to Rocky. It's one of the best boxing movies ever, one of the most inspiring movies ever, and one of the best feel-good movies that spawned numerous sequels that leave an equally pleasant aftertaste. The film itself is terrific all around, but one of the most praised aspects of it is the writing. Especially knowing the story behind Sylvester Stallone's creation of the script and struggle to get it made, it makes for an endearing classic of its genre that's impossible to not be charmed by. Number 2. Quentin Tarantino Reservoir Dogs. The auteur Quentin Tarantino is as widely acclaimed a writer as he is a director, and his debut in both roles, Reservoir Dogs, is still one of his best works. This thrilling multi-perspective heist drama is vibrantly directed and passionately acted, that's for sure, but all of its main strengths stem from Tarantino's excellent script. All the characters and plot lines are fascinating, and the way they blend together and intersect is simply genius. Number 1. Charlie Kaufman being John Malkovich. There really aren't many movies as intelligent, hilarious, thought-provoking, and twistedly creative as being John Malkovich, about a failed puppeteer who one day finds a portal into the head of actor John Malkovich. The sole premise of the movie sounds wild, wait until you see the rest of it. And although it's unmistakably a Spike Jonze film, it has that incredibly strong Charlie Kaufman signature that would go on to characterize all of the writer's works, making it predominantly his movie. It's thematically sprawling, darkly humorous, full of emotions and originality, and overall just an amazing time.